So let's cover the knit stitch, and the knit stitch literally looks like knitting, and we're going to be covering how to do this in a future tutorial. This is called Fair Isle. And what we're going to do then for the knit stitch is that we're going to make the look of knitting. So what's happening here is that the knit stitch actually has a lot more tension to it. You're going to notice on this particular project that the project is going to want to buckle in, and that's because these stitches are tighter, okay, versus a regular Tunisian simple stitch. Okay, so the actual rows kind of condense in on itself, so you can see the difference of the two, just like so. So this is one stitch and these are just one, so it actually looks more narrow. So you can actually just decide, okay, I'm gonna do a knit stitch for this particular project and expect it to stay the same size. It will be smaller this way as well as in the width, just like this. So what we need to do in order to get that look is that we have to insert our hook into a different spot within the project. So we're still looking for the vertical lines, and we had been going in to the next one and just straight across, and that's the simple stitch. What we want to do this time is that we want to do a knit stitch, and the reason why I used the bigger hook for this particular episode is that you need to actually go in on a diagonal. So see this vertical loop? Well, the other side is coming down on the other side. Okay, so it's coming up and over, and they're all like that. So what we need to do is that we need to go in behind that first one, but we need to continue to go backward on a diagonal and go so that the hook is on the other side of the project. Okay, so what's happening is that this string is on this side, but the other string associated to it is sitting on the hook on the other side, and we grab the yarn and we pull through. The knit stitch is not evident on the first row. It's evident from the second row going forward. So we got our first one in. The next one we go through the vertical. Okay, instead of going through the front, we just continue to go and push it back so that it's right in between those strings. There is a diagram in the pattern that we will be doing this on. It's kind of hard to see because there's so many strings, but again, you just continue to go back in on a diagonal. And what this is doing is it's turning the stitches sideways to give it that knitting appearance. So we just go in and go diagonally back. Okay, so if I can really point it out there, so you see you go in diagonally to the back, and you continue to do that all the way across. We're gonna be doing two projects that feature this particular stitch, and on the end it's just like we did with the regular. We go into the, so that there's two strands, so we'll go into a chain stitch. Okay, once we're at the end, just like we did before, we yarn over, pull through one loop to start, and then yarn over and pull through two, and we do that all the way back. So then it appears to be the same look as what we have, but the row below is gonna have starting to do a turn to it to give you the knit look, and that'll be evident when we go back the second time over. Okay, so that's what it looks like at this point. You can see it looks slightly different than what this row was here, and then we're ready to start again. Once you do it the first time, it's easier then to see the stitches the second time as you go through. To begin the next row, we're still gonna do the knit stitch. So again, we just immediately start on the second post or second strand, and we go in and diagonally to the back and pull through. And now you're really gonna start seeing it, and you do that for each one. So just go diagonally. You can see that the strands are just now there. Okay, that's where you're going. So you're going through here and go through diagonally. This is my most favorite stitch of them all. I can't really knit very well, and I love my crochet hook, but this allows me to have the look of knitting without actually learning to knit. Okay, and we're just continue to go all the way across. The last one, again, you're making sure that you're going into the chain stitch, so there should be two strings there. Let's go backwards, so just yarn over, pull through one only, and you can see that the work has now changed to appear to be knitting. Okay, so you can really see it there now. Okay, so we've gone from the simple stitch, just like you see, to what appears to be knitted. So I'm gonna go one more time. I love this stitch a lot, and it really doesn't take a lot of time. So just going in on a diagonal to the back of the project, or the back of the fabric. They say once this is all like Tunisianed up, they refer to it as fabric, because you're basically, that's what you're creating. Okay, and then once you're over there, again yarn over one and then going through all the way back. So that is the Tunisian knit stitch, my favorite one of them all. So just like that. So what we're going to do next is, see, so you got the simple stitch here and then the Tunisian just like this. So what we're gonna do next is that we're gonna work on the Tunisian purl stitch. So if I bring back my other project that I had for my hat, what this is a combination of the knit stitch, okay, and purl stitch. So the knit stitch is appearing to pop out and the purl stitch is sinking backward in. Now the purl stitch is a little bit of work, and I'm not gonna deny to anybody that it's hard to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's okay.